Lawmakers are sounding the alarm over Chinese investment in United States farmland, which they say poses a threat to national security if left unchecked. According to Agriculture Department data, between 2010 and 2019, Chinese holdings in United States agricultural land grew from 75 parcels totaling 13,720 acres to 263 parcels totaling 191,652 acres. Foreign investors owned 35.2 million acres, or 2.7%, of all privately held agricultural land in the U.S. at the end of 2019. Chinese investors' total acquisitions ranked far behind Canada and the Netherlands, whose investors owned 4.7 million and 4.6 million acres. But Representative Dan Newhouse, Washington Republican on the House Appropriations Committee, said China's growing agricultural investment abroad, which rose from $300 million to $3.3 billion between 2009 and 2016, is alarming. Mr. Newhouse tweeted, "Stopping China from taking control of a sizable portion of American critical assets, like Beijing has managed to do in several other nations, is critical." Mr. Newhouse and others members of the committee have taken steps to curb the trend. Last week, the full House Appropriations Committee approved an amendment to a fiscal 2022 agricultural spending bill that would prohibit the sale of United States farmland to China and end farm subsidies to those currently owned by China. Mr. Newhouse's provision was amended by others on the committee to include Russia, Iran and North Korea as part of the ban. Mr. Newhouse said, "Allowing this practice to continue would lead to the creation of a Chinese-owned agricultural monopoly and pose an immediate threat to U.S. national security and food security." In a recent speech on United States-China relations at the Heritage Foundation, former Vice President Mike Pence said the U.S. must work to decouple the American economy from China in industries that are essential to the American people and our national security, including agriculture. Mike Pence said, "Chinese investors now own nearly 200,000 acres of prime American farmland. America cannot allow China to control our food supply." Some analysts agree that the trend is cause for alarm. Markham Dossett, president of Texas-based commodities brokerage Talon Asset Management said, "As a percentage, even if you were to go up and say that China owns 1 million acres of United States farmland, that's not a lot as a total percentage. But it's growing so fast. That's what is alarming." Usha Haley, a professor in international business at Wichita State University and author of Subsidies to Chinese Industries, State Capitalism, Business Strategy and Trade Policy, said, "Chinese investors are the biggest buyers of agricultural land around the world. It's not just the United States. Generally the United States was off limits, but now they are buying up more and more land." According to the USDA, 81 Chinese investors own holdings in United States farmland. But Mr. Dossett and Ms. Haley said investors are difficult to track. Foreign investors are required to self-report United States agricultural holdings under the Agricultural Foreign Investment Disclosure Act of 1978. But many investments are made through large corporate entities with muddled ownership structures.